Hey, we got some 2018 RMZ250 plastics. You want to show me how to put the graphics on?
Yeah, absolutely. And we can start here with asking you guys what exactly it is that you want to see us help with. So, going into the next year here, we're going to start shooting some videos and showing you guys how to do all the things we do here every day, whether it's apply plastic, apply graphics, apply jerseys, apply seat covers, how to design graphics, all that stuff. So if we go in here and show you guys how to apply today, the other thing we want to hear from you guys is what else do you want to see? What else do you want our experts to help with? So comment below here and everything you want to see, and we'll build out a video series, show you that we're here to help and get you guys all the advice you need on how to do this right. So first one we'll do today, RMZ250. I believe it's a 2018. We can actually knock them all out. So what we'll do is get all three pieces of plastic out there. We'll walk you guys through how to knock out all three sides. So set these up here. Start with the hardest first. Pipe side plate and airbox decal. That's the tricky part on these RMZs. It's not too much of a curve for the pipe side, but it is kind of tricky to get this airbox decal lined up right, and it's just kind of a weird application, so I'll show you some tips for that. First thing, rubbing alcohol. Get all three cleaned at once. Just make sure you're getting any dirt, grime, fingerprints, all that stuff off of your plastic. We've got the best adhesive out there, but nothing will work if you've got Armor All or Bike Shine or grime or oil or anything on these plastics. You need to get that off, get them nice and clean, and rubbing alcohol does it the best. All right, once they're clean, start with this guy first. Get the right decal out. You can always tell what the right one is by the bolt holes. This pipe side is the only one that has the air vent and the bolt hole for this on this bike. Other side doesn't. So we start here. On something this size, I'm gonna peel the backing all the way off. So get in there, backing all the way off, and start with lining up your 2 points. I'm gonna go across this center piece here. So, line up bolt hole first. Make sure this is going to fall where you want it. So, we've got the bolt hole lined up all the way back to there. If you've got those two started, you've started it correctly. If that's there, pin down that high ridge that goes all the way across. Get that part pinned down, and now you're just going to work your way out. We have a hair dryer if we need it. These we might not need very much. On the top side, I'm just going to work away. And if I get any wrinkles like that, I'm going to hit it with the hair dryer. Perfect. That hair dryer gets rid of all the wrinkles. So every time you see wrinkles pop up, just hit it with the hair dryer and they'll disappear. We'll do the same thing over here. See, that's a perfect application on this top half. Swap it around. Get the bottom half. Always work away. You can see right there we got a wrinkle. Pop it back up. Use the heat. the hard part, getting all those wrinkles out of there, is done. So we'll grab the airbox decal, get our front up there. All right. Airbox decal is kind of a strange shape. We're going to essentially do the same thing and pick an area and work away from it. So, peel the whole backing off here. Because the only bolt hole is up on this side, I'm going to start up there. And we're just going to line it up. And follow, you can see where the plastic splits between black plastic and white plastic. We're just going to follow that line all the way down. So, now that that is lined up, let's stick it down. Kind of unstick the top so we can let it fall where it wants to fall. You can see this top piece across here is meant to fold over. This is all meant to fold over, so line that up right across the top. Go ahead and squeegee that down. Then I'll use a little heat to get the fold. Once you're sure that's down good, and that's important because that goes up under your seat, so that'll make sure that there isn't any place where that seat's going to rub for dirt to get down inside there. So that's a good piece to make sure it's on there right, and make sure this airbox decal doesn't get ripped off. Now the rest of it is pretty much where it's supposed to be, so you just kind of take your time working away from the stuck piece and getting the rest of this to stick down. Run into a little bubble like that. Pop it back up, try again. The best part about our adhesive is it's not permanent when you first stick it down. You can peel it right back up if you take your time and go slow and fix anything that might be a little bubble or a crease. There you go. That's the hard one. Now I'm going to kind of breeze through these other two without stopping here, and you guys can just kind of watch and see if you pick up on any other little tips, and if I run into any mistakes here, I'll stop and we'll kind of go over how to fix them. All right, now we're going to cruise through the rest of this here. We'll show you how to get this front plate on, the other side plate, and if I make any mistakes, we'll stop and go over. Front plates are pretty easy. You're always just going to tack it down on the front ridge there, the middle ridge. Work left, work right, you're done. Line up those, and line up the spot on the bottom, tack it down, and just move out to the side. One side done. And the other side done. So front plates are pretty easy. Got our two pieces done there. Now we'll go over to this last piece. Again, everything's already been cleaned. And on this, we got one bolt hole. So we're just gonna line up that bolt hole, go down the middle ridge. A couple things here we can show you. Say you get started and you go and you miss it. You missed it. Missed the front bolt hole. It's totally out of alignment. That's fine. Nice quick yank it off. Adhesive is good. It's designed to be able to be, you know, repositioned, hold off, reposition, hold off. These things are pretty tough. So if you miss it on the first try, you're not done. So let's actually line it up right. All the way back and line this back piece up, so we'll show you again. Front's lined up properly. Back's lined up. Now, tack down the middle. So we'll kind of create a problem here, and we'll push all of the adhesive one way. This is not how to do this. All the adhesive this way, and I got a big wrinkle. So if you look at that, that's a big wrinkle. I mean, it could get worse, right? We've wrinkled it. That's not ruined. If you create a nice big wrinkle like that, one thing you can do, yank it back and start over. That should be fine. If you don't want to do that, use a lot of heat, right? So kind of peel up that bottom piece where it's really gonna crease. Just peel a little bit of that up and really heat it. With heat, what happens with our material is it softens. So it softens and it'll take on a new shape. It's why you can wrap a vehicle, it's why you can wrap these big pipe side plates. So we get it really hot, makes the material really soft, and we just slowly let the wrinkles work out. Get all the way to the end, heat it up. Perfect. That's why we're so proud of our material, is that it does things like that. It will change its own shape with heat, and then when it cools down, it's not gonna peel back up. It is now that shape. So that's why we always say, when you're making any sort of mistakes with this, use more heat. Now that you've got this figured out, and you've got the bottom squared away, let's go back to getting the top, working away from this middle line. All the way out. That one was flat enough, we really didn't need any of the heat on the top side. We'll just do this in reverse. Peel the whole airbox decal off, and again, start with the bolt hole first. Line that up. Follow the brake in the black and white plastic line. Just gonna follow that all the way down so the design lines up. We're just gonna tack down this line across there. Make sure that's our starting point. So that's all tacked down. Now we move up to the top ridge. Make sure that's popped out. We showed you this on the other side, where what you're trying to do is get that piece lined up so it folds over under the seat. So once we've got that lined up, let's tack it down. Use a little heat. Again, very important to get that perfect. That's what keeps dirt from getting down inside your airbox decals. You guys know air boxes are some of the ones that wear the fastest, so make sure you get that down under the seat. It'll keep dirt out from under there. Now, we just go around, make sure all of this falls down in. All the little cracks and crevices here. That's it. So in about, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes there, stopping and talking about it, we were still able to get full set of number plates for a 2018 RMZ250. Like I said on the beginning of this video, we're going to create a series here to help you guys do all of these little things that we do every single day. So we've got a whole team of experts here, whether it's how to design graphics, how to apply a seat cover, how to order things, how to remove graphics, how to clean plastic, all the stuff we kind of take advantage of here every day. We want to help you guys learn how to do this. So comment below here and tell us the #1 things you want to see first, and we'll start making these videos after the first of the year. Thanks, guys.